So today we're going to learn how to correctly identify a natural lash length, and from that information work out the maximum length extension we can apply safely.
Okay.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I don't know, 10 being I fully understand, where would you place your knowledge at the moment on the subject?
Well, it's quite simple. One, I think.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
1. I know nothing about it.
I know nothing.
Here to learn.
Yes. Hopefully we'll change it to a 10. So I have these little handouts for you both. One for you, William, one for you, Catherine, and a couple of pens if you need to make some notes.
Okay.
So at the bottom of the handout, there is a diagram showing the different length lash extensions coming. So they are manufactured in lengths of 7mm to 15mm.
Right.
All lash extensions, regardless of the brand, are measured in millimetres.
Okay.
So then we will then measure the client's natural lashes in millimetres.
Right.
So I have little mannequins for you.
Lovely.
There's one for you, Catherine, and there's one
Thank you.
for you, William. So I have given the mannequins to you with their eyes facing away from you, as if you were doing a treatment. So when you're doing the treatment, you will have your client in front of you on the beauty couch, and this is the direction they'll be laying in. So that is the direction you need to learn.
So you're at the back of their head
Yes.
and they're facing away.
Right. Yep.
Right, lovely.
So I will also give you a lash palette each. There's one for you, William. There's one for you, Catherine.
Thank you.
And on the lash palettes, it shows the different lengths from a 7. So I think, Catherine, I think yours is from a 7 to a 15. And yours, William, I think is a 9.
That's 9, is
A
it?
9 down to a 14.
Yeah. Can't beat that.
I'll be
yeah.
here to
I
help
can just
you.
about, yeah, just about, I can really, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, in the demonstration, would you like me to be in front of you, or would you like me to come in between you both?
I think I'd like it if you were here so that I can see
Okay.
just
Yeah.
a little more
No problem.
easily and clearly.
I'll come on round. So, using our tweezers to identify a natural lash length. We have our client in front of us, and at this point it's a guessing game.
Right.
So I'm guessing that this is potentially 13mm in length. So what I do is I go to my 13, which is here,
Right.
13,
Yeah.
so 13 on there. I, with my tweezer, and when holding your tweezers, it's 2 fingers behind, thumb in front,
Right.
open and close. So you pick up your extension, and we measure from root to tip. So imagine this is the natural lash root, and that's the tip of the lash. So also with your client, their base is their root to the tip of their lash, top to bottom to top. So is that lash extension longer or shorter?
Longer.
Longer.
Quite a bit.
Exactly. So I would say probably 3mm longer.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I picked up a 13, so I'll discard, and I'll drop down to a 10. I'll pick up my 10, put in my tweezers, and then I'll place that against her natural lashes and see if it blends from base to top. And I would actually probably say that was a millimetre
Too long.
too long still, because can you see?
It's just
The
tip is-
slightly, isn't it? Yeah.
So I'll drop down to a 9, pick up a 9.
That has to be right, doesn't it?
Hopefully. And then base the tip,
Yeah.
see how it blends in.
Yeah.
So the natural length there is a 9.
a 9. So once you have identified your natural lash length, the rule is you can only apply an extra 3 mil
Okay.
in length. So this client has a natural of a 9. So the
Up to 12.
Okay. And what is the reason for a 3 mil being the maximum extension?
So we'll come to it. That comes down to weight. So which we'll cover in our next session, in the next chapter when it comes to styling. But the longer the length, the more extension, which means added weight. So there's actually a healthy weight that can be added to a natural lash and an unhealthy weight that can be added to a natural lash.
Oh, that might result in damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And start to bend.
Yeah.
Presumably, yeah.
Yes, exactly that. It will start to misshape the growth pattern of your natural lash.
Okay.
So when it comes to lengths, the rule is you can apply maximum of 3 millimeters in length, so 10 to a 13, but you can apply anything under. So from a 10, for example, you can apply a maximum of a 13, but that means you can apply 12, 13, wrong way, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8 and 7s.
Okay.
So
So
you
if
have a range.
there are extensions and clients are looking for longer lashes, why would you even think about choosing some of the shorter ones?
So that also comes down to style and personal preference of a customer. But if you look at the side of your palette, the shorter the lash, if you compare, it's all down to comparison. So the longer in length, you don't really feel that length here is that long when it's all the same. But when you compare it to the shortest length, so on this palette the longest is 14, the shortest on here is a 9, you can see the difference.
The difference.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you applied 14s all the way along someone's natural lash line, they will just look the same length. Whereas if you vary in length, they will complement each other,
Oh.
which
It looks more natural.
It does look more natural. So everyone's
Right.
natural lashes start off smaller on the inners and then end longer on their outers.
All right.
Right.
So, how do you feel about having a go?
Yeah, well,
Yeah?
that's what I'm here for.
So if I give you your mannequin, so if you have your mannequin directly in front of you,
Yeah.
and then you left-handed or right-handed?
Yeah,
Right-handed, yeah. So if you have your palette to the right of you, and then with your tweezers, 2 fingers and thumb, that's it. And I'll get your tweezers here. So the same again, 2 fingers and a thumb. That's
So
it.
we're looking for these ones down here, the bottom
Yes,
right
start
one.
with the bottom
Yeah.
right.
So this one.
So have a little guess at whatever
Yeah.
length you'd like to give a go.
And what if you get really good at this and you think, oh, that's, because you said it was a 9, didn't you? I think that's a 9. You just get the 9 and you get it right first time.
Then your treatments are quicker.
Right. Okay. So I'll just.
I don't know.
It's not easy to pick them up off
No.
the stick, actually, is it?
So I've tried an 11.
And what length have you picked up?
I've picked up the 15.
15.
That is really so much longer, isn't it?
11 is a bit longer. I'd say it's about 10.
Yeah. So if you discard of the 11, and then if you try and pick up a 10.
Yeah.
So what are you going for now?
I'm going to try an 11.
Whether it's 10 or 9, I'm not sure. Ooh.
That's it. Face the tip.
Pinned off.
I think it's a 10.
When you drop them, it's easier just to go and get another one rather than
Oh, is it? Because I
overcorrect
can't get
yourself.
that on
No,
right now. No, that, yeah, that.
I think it's a 10.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So the base is me and the tip's me, which correct. It's a 10. So
What I'll do.
if you
With
can
that.
discard, that's okay. You can
Oh.
discard. So if you
Should
now
be.
you've worked out.
Right.
Bless
Sorry
you.
about that.
It's okay. So now you've worked out that your client's natural lash is
It's
the length
10.
of a 10. what's the maximum length they can have?
13.
Yeah, perfect. Which means
Right.
they can have a range of 7mm up to 13.
Oh well.
So if you wanted to have
Try
a
another
go,
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
that top right one. How are you going?
So I'm just trying to find out what length is it.
Yeah.
What length it is.
Yeah.
Do I choose here first
Yes.
and do it against
Yeah.
it?
Exactly that.
So that's a 9. I'm going to hold that
Base to base.
base to base. That seems to be about right.
Yeah. So
I've
if
held that
your
differently, haven't
natural lash is a 9, what's the maximum length it can go to?
I? A 12.
Perfect.
So again, sort of anything from 12 down
Yeah.
to 7.
Yeah.
But nothing above a 12 because we don't want to cause any damage there.
Perfect. Exactly. So if you try and do that top right one for me now as well.
12, 11. That's 10. Right, that's 10. I think it's a 10.
Base to tip.
Is it?
It is, yeah. I think.
Right, okay.
Do you think?
Yeah,
you think
well, I thought
differently?
it was, and then I think I might have pressed it too hard and so it squashed down. No, I think that is the right one, yeah. So that's 10.
Yeah.
So it goes up to 13, is that?
So what's the range you can apply?
Is it 3 either way? No.
3 in length, and it can go drop down to the very beginning. So on your sheet here, so you can have a maximum of 13,
Mm.
and the smallest length they do is a 7.
And I can go down to there?
Yes,
All right.
exactly that. You can always apply less
Not more.
and not more.
Well, not more than 3 more.
Yeah, the shorter the length, the less weight is applied to the
Right,
natural
right,
lash.
right.
The longer the length, the more weight.
So that's 2 I've done.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this one now.
So you going bottom left or top left?
Well, I'll try bottom left.
How are we getting on?
Good, actually.
Yeah.
I think that one is too long.
Yeah.
It's going over. So if I discard that, and then I go for, it's quite a lot shorter. So let's try that 9. And that's root to root.
Yeah.
That looks a bit short actually, doesn't it? Actually, no. That's got the curl. So allowing for the curl. The curl makes it to go like that. That's the same length, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So natural length is a 9. What can it go up to?
So that can go up to 12.
And what can it go down to?
The 7, which
Yeah.
is the smallest.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. You guys okay?
Yeah, well, I got mine.
Right.
No, I don't know. I think I've got that. That's a 10. That's too small, isn't it?
Base to root.
Can you see?
That's base to base.
That is a 10.
Yeah, that is a 10.
All right.
You smashed it. Your last one, you got it right straight away. You're a professional, so.
I don't boast about it.
Well, if I then ask you the same question, which I
What's the
started the
range?
session with, on your understanding of the topic we learnt today, so identifying what length a natural lash is and then the length extension
Yeah.
you can healthily apply. At the start, you both said 1.
Yeah.
What scale from 1 being I don't know and 10 being I now confidently understand? Where would you place yourself now?
Go on.
For me, it's a 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 10 for me as
Yeah.
well.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well done. Yeah,
Because we've had lots of experience now with different
yeah.
sets of
different
lashes
ones.
there, and it's that identifying which is the base, picking it up, putting it against the root, so root to tip, and then once it's right, root to tip, that's the right length for the base. That's the natural lash length, and then we can go up a maximum of 3mm, and that 3mm, if it's a 9, takes us up to 12. If it's 10, takes us to 13. But we can go down to any shorter length, so anything from down to the 7. So we get some variety in there, and we're not damaging the lash.
Yeah, I agree.
Lovely.
Perfect. Brilliant.
Yeah, well done. Thank you.
Great.
Right, thank you.